The transfer portal, it's not slowing down anytime soon. This year, we are actually seeing more players in the spring window try to find their new destination. In Texas, not only are they being smart by targeting the right players, they're being smart by adding in a bunch of smarty pants. Recently added in Emmett Mosley, the wide receiver out of Stanford, and they may have just gotten the best tight end in college football on Jack Endries. So let's go ahead and talk about the move and what does this do for Arch Manning going into 2025. Welcome on into SEC Unfiltered. It's Cole Thompson here. Like the video, hit the ring notification. That way you can keep up to date with all the content we got going here on the channel. Transfer portal news, spring football intel, whatever you like, make sure that you are locked in right here on SEC Unfiltered. Download the podcast version of the show wherever you get your podcast listening systems. Follow us on the socials, link in the description. Follow me at Mr. Cole Thompson and check out all of our great work found at secunfiltered.com. And as always, this episode is fueled by our friends over at FanDuel. Go visit FanDuel.com/SECU and join today by getting started with $200+ in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. Lay down $5 on the NBA playoffs, on an MLB game, on the NHL postseason. Win that bet. You're going to get $250+ in bonus bets back. Make sure you sign it up today at FanDuel.com/SECU. This is just an awesome move for Texas. And we'll get into more detail about what Jack Endries provides for this offense. But from a standpoint of Texas understanding the assignment of what they need to do to go out and bolster their offense around a young quarterback that hopefully can live up to all the hype, all the expectations, all the lure of being the savior on the 40 acres, they are answering the call. Emmett Mosley, really solid 6'2" wide receiver. Good addition for a veteran presence of somebody with multiple experience playing against Power 4 competition. Jack Endries is a completely different level. Number one, he's a walk-on. He understands what the path it took to get to this level, to be a part of a program that views him as probably an anchor for an offense, especially in a year where people believe that this is an offense that can easily take the next step forward. How to walk on at Cal, immediately started to find his footing at the right time. Really good solid speed at about 4.68 coming out of high school. Did a good job of playing as an inline blocker, then working his way out to the slot. Does a little bit of everything in a 12 personnel. Second year, 2023, had a very solid overall contributing role. Now, wasn't the lead factor for this Cal offense, but was a good factor for this Cal offense. Had about 230 receiving yards. Then in 2024, this is where he took flight. This is where Fernando Mendoza and Jaden Ott and all of us who thought maybe Cal has something cooking, it was a lot because of what you have with Endries as the security blanket in the passing game. 56 receptions, 623 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 11.1 yards per catch. He was an honorable all-mention for the ACC, was a really solid overall player, also averaged in 2023, 11.7 yards per play. So what are some things that this does for Texas offense? Number one, it opens up the passing attack. You got to look at what Texas has currently in the tight end room. It's solid. It's a very solid up-and-coming position group. But there's not really that X factor. And that's a big deal because if Arch is the prodigal son, if Arch is supposed to be the guy that comes on in and takes Texas to new heights, wouldn't you want to give him the same type of weaponry that Quinn Ewers had? Ewers was best with 2 tight ends. 2 very solid tight ends during his 3 seasons on the 40 acres. Jatavian Sanders for 2 years, Gunnar Helm last year. And what do we know? Both years, Texas made the college football playoff because of consistent tight end play. You don't have that right now in the locker room. You don't have that right now internally. You have some guys that you believe for the long term can be really big difference makers, but we're in a win now mode, Texas. We're believing that in the SEC, this is our conference to lose. We held our own in year 1 against every team besides Georgia. Who's to say that we can't do that with an upgrade at quarterback and another year with the ability to say we have the SEC brand across our name? So that helps in recruiting. We just landed the #1 recruiting class. So landing a guy like Endries, that's a big deal because now you have the proven experience at the tight end position. It's also a security blanket for Arch. I have been on record multiple times on this program, on other programs, whenever I go on podcasts, anywhere else. For any young quarterback, the best thing that you could give them is a surefire tight end that can win at the intermediate part of the field. And just be a chain mover. Just be somebody that you can trust is going to help you get to the next play, hit reset, and be able to find your way eventually in for 6 points. That is what Endries is going to provide. Look at his numbers according to Pro Football Focus. Targeted 63 times last year, 56 catches, 1 drop in either season. So surefire hands. Very good route runner. Adds the ability to play on the inline or play on the outside. Really nice fit for this 12 personnel that Steve Sarkisian wants to run at times. And it's a good move for Jeff Banks, who is going to be able to help him out in some weak points. Now, what are some weak points? Well, it's his blocking. His blocking was one of the overall underwhelming parts of Cal's offense last year. But that's the thing. You got to remember what Gunnar Helm was going into this season as a blocker. Probably about league average. Maybe you could say slightly below league average. By the season's end, he found his footing and was a big factor in helping out in the run game by creating that level of opportunities at the second level, creating that opportunities for the third level of defense. And he was a willing blocker. And so Endries is going to be able to be that guy when you look at his frame, his catch radius, 6'4", 236 pounds. He can probably add on a little bit of muscle being in the Longhorns program. They'll get him up to speed with the playbook. But overall, it's very hard not to imagine this being a really good move. The third thing that's really important about this is it's just a veteran inside the passing group. Look at who you have currently on the roster with proven experience. DeAndre Moore, who's had a cup of coffee in the college football realm, and Ryan Wingo, who's probably had an espresso shot. And that's about it. Now you're bringing in two guys in Emmett Mosley and in Jack Endries, who could easily say, hey, we know what it's like to go up against this type of defense. Hey, we've been in these situations when it's 3rd and 7. We know what routes are going to be able to help us win. Hey, Arch, just throw the ball in the right spot, and I promise you, we're going to come down with it. Or we're at least going to make it hell for the secondary player that's trying to guard us, which is going to be impossible. It's things like that people don't really pay attention to at this time of the year because you're so busy worrying about who is entering the transfer portal or which breakout freshman is going to become a household name by the time we get to October. And you look at these other moves, these underlying ones that don't draw in enough interest at the national level, and they end up being a pretty big reason why your team in the month of November really has nothing to worry about. You're just saying to yourself, are we going to be playing in Atlanta for an opportunity to get that first round bye? Are we just going to have to beat Texas A&M in the Lone Star Showdown and then wonder about what seeding we're going to be? Are we going to be a team that maybe doesn't make it to the first round bye, but we're going to be able to host a playoff game against the lowest seed possible? And that's what a move like Jack Endries does for this Texas team. It's phenomenal. So let's go ahead and actually grade the move. Real quickly, if you haven't already, like the video, hit the ring notification, and subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up to date with everything that we do here on SEC Unfiltered. Transfer portal grades are coming out left and right. Now, for those of you that are regulars around here, you know our grading scale: Elite, All League, Winnable Plus, Winnable Minus, Jag. Jag and Elite are very hard to get to. So All League, a guy that can be a difference maker, come on in and command the respect of not only the locker room, but an opposing defense or offense when you game plan. Winnable Plus, helping out your team secure, for my money, 2 more wins. You're bringing in a player. He ends up being a reason why your record goes from 8-4 to 10-2. Winnable Minus, a good role player, somebody that can elevate your team, but you're not trusting him on, say, 3rd down to go in for 6 points or to create a sack to get the ball back to your offense or get a turnover in the secondary. So where does Jack Endries rank? Dave is going to kill me on this, and I don't really care. He's an All League. He is 1,000%, no questions asked, probably the easiest All League that I have given out. And I want to make this abundantly clear. When I look at Jack Endries, this is my potential favorite move of the entire transfer portal, either window. This will be a top 3 move for me by the time that we are all said and done. And this may end up being number 1. John Mateer's right up there, but Jack Endries is probably right behind him. Because if I look at the tight end position, especially in an offense run by Steve Sarkisian, it's necessary. It's not something that you can say to yourself, well, we'll figure it out along the way. No, you need that difference maker for any quarterback to be successful. The reason why Texas felt so confident in Quinn Ewers was because of what they had in Jatavian Sanders. When you need a big-time play, especially on a critical drive, Gunnar Helm was open across the middle of the flats for an easy first down. And right now, Texas doesn't have that for Arch Manning. Now they do. With Jack Endries, who for my money is the 2nd best tight end in college football, only behind one person. Eli Stowers out in Nashville, and he wasn't going there. He was never leaving Diego Pavia. So now you're getting yourself a really good security blanket to better your offense. You try to go after Matt Clare. He eventually went to Ohio State. In my opinion, this is a much more fluid receiving threat. This is a much more fluid route runner. This is a much more stable yards after contact type of meat and potatoes stew. When you look at the Texas offense, if you have Arch Manning as your prize turkey on Thanksgiving dinner, you got to have some sides. My comfort side, the one that always just puts me in a good mood knowing that that's on the plate, it's mashed potatoes and gravy. That's what Jack Endries is for this Longhorns offense. He's the comfort knowing that he is going to be a chain mover. He is going to put your offense in a better position. And he's going to make sure that every single time that Arch feels under duress, he's right there, ready to go ahead and keep positivity moving forward. Love this move. It's an all-league addition for Texas. This is the type of move that you want to see Steve Sarkisian go out. He's not only being smart with the way Texas is spending money, he's going after guys that you know are going to be plug-and-play contributors from day one and probably elevate the status of what we already thought about Texas' offense. This is now a move that has me believing Texas, the question is not, are they going to be in the college football playoff? The question is, will they be the 1 seed, the 5 seed, the 7 seed, the 9 seed? But of any of the SEC squads, as of this point, with the returning defense that they have, with Arch in the way that we talk about him, a healthy CJ Baxter, which is a really big deal, plus the addition of Emmett Mosley, and of course Jack Endries, my second-ranked tight end in college football, Texas, go ahead and take a giant exhale heading into the summer months. You should feel good about where you are heading into the upcoming fall as a threat to win a national championship. Before we get on out of here, the wait is over. Baseball season is finally here, and you can go ahead and start strong on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, FanDuel is celebrating the return of baseball and giving new customers $250 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. So lay down $5 today. Whatever it is, whatever game you want, whatever line you think is the best, go ahead and secure that victory. You get $250 in bonus bets just to go ahead and play with moving forward. FanDuel has so many ways for you to get in on the action, from hits to steals to home runs. They've got a lineup filled with all of your favorite bets. Or if pitching is more of your thing, FanDuel has a deep bullpen of bets from strikeouts to shutout innings. When you place your first bet, it can be almost anything. And if it hits, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Some of my favorite lines to play today: Colorado versus Washington. Take the under at 9 runs scored. Take the over of Nathan Eovaldi's strikeouts at 4.5 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Go ahead and give me the +1.5 in favor of the Baltimore Orioles. And naturally, I'm easily going to take the over when it comes to Kodai Senga on strikeouts as well. Sign up today. Get in on the action. Don't miss out. Just visit FanDuel.com/SECU to join in on all things baseball. FanDuel.com/SECU. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sponsor of Major League Baseball. Disclaimer: must be 21 and plus in select states or 18 plus in DC. First online real wager money only. $5 first deposit is required. Bonus issued with non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online gambling wager in Kansas under the agreement of the Kansas Star Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. If you haven't already, like the video, hit the ring notification, and of course, subscribe to the channel, because moving forward, whenever there is a major transfer portal addition move that happens, whether that be at Oklahoma, like Jaden Ott, Texas, like Jack Endries, or at Alabama or Georgia, whoever you think is a name that we need to talk about, we're going to talk about. And we're going to go live when we do so. So make sure you're locked on in here on SEC Unfiltered. Like the video, hit the ring notification, and of course, tell your friends, family, mortal enemies, best of bros, and college football aficionados everywhere about this channel. Download the podcast version of the show and check out all of our great work found at secunfiltered.com. That is it for me. I'm Cole Thompson. Until next time, folks, Longhorns, you may have gotten the best tight end in college football. I'll leave it at that. Peace.